Hello everybody, Lucarios here, and welcome to week 4 of ADBL. Leeds Lucarios going up against the Saginaw Spiritombs. I'll go for that pronunciation, and Coach Kiwiscross. There's actually another replacement coach, not one that came in halfway through the video last week though. I've just realised what the noise was in the other video. So I have a fan in my room because it's hot, and it was on for the entirety of the TEC battle, and I think that's what was making the noise in the background that for some reason was there. That would make sense. So that's gone off, so hopefully there'll be less background noise in this one. So Kiwiscross is... I actually have no idea where they are, but I can't check because that would mess up with my layout. Let's just assume they're 1-2 because I'm pretty sure they are. I mean, I can get my phone on. Oh, it's not on the dock. He's 0-0 because he hasn't played anything yet. But yeah, okay. So getting into this team, it's a tough one. It's a tough matchup to have because you kind of look at this thing. Oh, Machamp absolutely goes in because there's nothing really bulky that's going to be checking it. At the same time, everything is faster than Machamp, so Machamp doesn't get an opportunity to take on the entire team basically. And at the same time, yeah, I can check Persimmon and Cinccino fairly well individually, but they both get forced on Gourgeist, and Arctozolt is just a problem in general. So Arctozolt is possibly another contender for most underrated Mon points-wise for this. And it got taken as a round 1 pick for a reason, because this thing is a monster. Ice plus Electric as stab. Bolt Beam is considered, on Latties and stuff, was always considered like a really solid set and stuff. That is this, but one of the moves is Bolt Break, and the other is Icicle Crash, and then it also gets Freeze Dry to actually then hit ground types. So you essentially, the one thing that's mainly going to be stopping Bolt Break is, ground types. Great, right? Awesome, but they get bopped by the Icicle Crash, and they think, oh, okay, we'll just have a water ground. They deal with it well. It gets Freeze Dry as well, so that's basically 3 of the 4 moves this thing is going to have. I could see a world in which a Scarf Arctozolt comes here, because I don't think Vanillux is very good for him here. So I don't know how likely Vanillux is, in which case he probably wants to run Scarf to have the speed to be faster and stuff with the Arctozolt, rather than having to rely on Hail, which may not be there. Doublade was something he picked up from free agency. He didn't change much about the team, but Doublade was one thing he did add, and Doublade is a problem for sure. Strong physical attacker that can run Sword Dance, can do all of that stuff really nicely. It's also got good bulk. It's a ghost type, so it's immune to close combat, so I can't just click close combat with Machamp. It's a definite bring here, and it does really well against my team. It's solid. It's definitely solid. It can Sword Dance up and basically trade 1 for 1 of anything it wants to. On this one, Persimmon's a really strong fighting type. It's got a great speed tier. It's a great Scarfer. It has stuff like U-turn for momentum, gets knockoff, gets rock slide, so Rotom Fan can't switch into it. It does a lot of great stuff, and as we've discovered over the course of this season, fighting types are really, really strong in this format, so there's another one for you. Vanillux, as I just said, is not brilliant here because I have a couple of things that just hard wall it. He could bring it though if he really feels like he wants something else to threaten the Gourgeist, but Vanillux can, from his perspective, let Machamp in pretty much every time, so I'm not sure how likely he is want to do that because he doesn't switch into Machamp that well at all. He could definitely bring it though. Could definitely bring it, maybe with Aurora Veil and stuff. So that's definitely an option. The only reason I say Vanillux maybe left off is because I feel like stuff like the Ninjask is actually slightly better. Ninjask could do really, really well here. Just because of its speed stat, it's so fast. Scarf Rotom can't go faster than it. That's how fast it is. It's a weird one because it can also run like Giga Drain and stuff. But Diancie pretty much checks it. Sandslash checks it. Guzzlord can actually 1v1 it. It gets checked by Fan pretty well too. So it's a good bring, and I know think it's slightly better than Vanillux personally, although I'm not too sure about that. Vanillux is his only special attacker other than Houndoom, so he may just bring it for that reason to try and go with that because the team is very, very physical. Cinccino is a big, big threat because you're thinking, normal type moves, perfect, just get checked nicely by Diancie, it resists. The no Bullet Seed, 2 shots, which is very annoying. You can't run a Resist Berry to deal with that because Bullet Seed is also obviously a multi-hit move. So that's a massive problem. It can knock off and stuff as well. It can U-turn. A lot of strong momentum here with the Cinccino and the Persimmon, which I think both come to this one because I do struggle to deal with them. I think from his perspective, he will want to try and bombard the Gorgeist, otherwise it can do a lot of work against him. Gabite is good in some aspects and good and bad in others. From his perspective, it's his ground type, so it can stop Rotom Volt switching. It is a solid stealth rocker, it's a decent bulky mon. But at the same time, what is it actually checking on my team? Nothing. It can never break through Gorgeist, it can never break through Guzzlord even. And that's a Guzzlord, it can hit super effective, so it's not great. And it can never break Fan either, realistically. So I don't really anticipate that. Houndoom I could see as a bring. If he hard predicts me not to bring Guzzlord, which I'm not sure how likely he is to do that. I think from his perspective, he maybe is thinking Guzzlord is a good Doublade check, but I didn't decide to go that route because Doublade can just run CC. I thought, but Houndoom can do work, and against the team I brought, Houndoom can do pretty well, and Houndoom would be a problem. Lilligant, I'm not massively anticipating here because gets walled by everything on my team under the sun, pretty much. Sandslash, Fan, Guzzlord. It is good against like Whiscash and Diancie though, if he thinks those are coming and stuff, but I think he's got better stuff to bring, such as the Barbaracle, which is a brilliant Shell Smash threat, and with the amount of pressure on Gorgeist in this game, if he can get rid of Gorgeist, Barbaracle can really put in work with Shell Smash, and I think that's maybe what he's going to try, his game plan trying to be, focus the Simeon on the Chinchino on getting rid of Gorgeist, and then really go for it with Barbaracle to try and win the game. I think that is the most logical, and then just have Arctozolt to just randomly break and Doublade to maybe trade 1v1 with something, and then maybe Vanillux to provide Aurora. I feel like that's kind of the realistically really good strategy on his end. And then Abra, which is basically mini Kadabra that I have, which may be slightly undervalued at one point because it can actually hit pretty damn hard if you want it to. I'm not sure how likely it is here though with me having Guzzlord. He can't run specs or anything, but obviously he can run like D-Gleam and stuff. But I have Guzzlord, I have a Sandslash, I have stuff that all checks it pretty nicely. He could bring it though, could definitely bring it, but I think he has better brings. I think Six, as I just said, definitely Arctozolt and Doublade, definitely Persimmon. I think Chinchino is like 95%. I'm pretty confident in seeing the Barbaracle, and then I'm going to say Ninjask or Vanillux, or maybe the Houndoom as the last slot there. Houndoom would actually be pretty annoying if he does bring it. So let's get into my team, what I'm bringing and why I'm bringing it. Starting off with this Machamp here, a pretty standard set. I'm finally running Protect to guarantee my Flame Orb gets off, which is an issue I ran into last week. It wouldn't have changed the outcome of the game last week, but I think if I had Protect to be able to click earlier in the game, I maybe would have gone Machamp earlier to try and get it in. And against this team where everything does hit pretty hard and is faster than me, having Protect as an option is really, really nice, just to guarantee that I can kill stuff back or get kills with Bullet Punch, because Bullet Punch does do quite a bit to a lot of the teams, such as the Ninjask, who does like 40% of that. So that's always nice. Got the max attack in there. I've got speed for something. It's probably max speed Doublade, just in case he tries to do that. Because I think the way Doublade has to run itself here, it kind of has to run CC. So he either foregoes Priority in Shadow Sneak, a stronger Ghost Stab in Shadow Claw, or he foregoes Swords Dance at all, which I'd honestly prefer that mainly over everything else. But if he foregoes Priority, he maybe tries to run more speed. Just wanted to make sure I didn't get a spad there. Would the HP have been useful? Yeah, probably, but I think this is the smarter way to run it. Knockoff is going to be the pick most of the time because he might try and go Doublade. It is good to just get rid of items in general against this team because the Arctozolt could be Scarfed or Panded potentially, or Vanillux could be Aurora Veil with like Clay, in which case it's nice to get rid of those. And I did consider Brick Break, but I think Protect is going to be really nice for me here, just to ensure I can get that Flame Orb off. Bullet Punch is really strong against Arctozolt, plus Vanillux as well. So that's always awesome. Gorgeist, as I mentioned a couple of times, has a lot of pressure on it in this game. It's checking the Simeon, checking the Chinchino, and it's checking the Barbaracle, all of which I think he brings. So that's going to be really, really tough. Fully physically defensive with the Colberberry. I don't really care about knockoffs. I can synthesis off the damage. I can Leech Seed and get loads of health back. I can Will-O-Wisp and burn stuff, and you'll notice with the Rotom there as well, but the key plan here with the amount of physical attackers on this team is to burn stuff. 100% of the time is to get burns off. If he brings Houndoom, I click Leech Seed on Gorgeist because he likely tries to go Houndoom on the Gorgeist, and that's kind of how he would try and work them on. And then Seed Bomb is the better attack. to have here for me, because Poltergeist, yeah, it's kind of good, but I have a lot of, I mentioned last week, I think, with Poltergeist, I have a lot of knockoff users, so Poltergeist is a bit risky. It also is, Cinccino is also immune to it, and it's nice to have something to at least hit mons like that. This isn't checking Dewblade, so I didn't feel like I needed something to hit it massively strongly. In this one, he could also run like no item Houndoom to really try and check Gorgos in that way. I just didn't want to play around with that where Seed Bomb gets a lot of the jobs done that I need it to, such as hitting the Cinccino, hitting the Persimmon, hitting all of that. This is mainly hit to click Synthesis and Leaf Seed and then Willow as well. It's the supporting defensive set in this one. Then we've got this Rotom here, and let me just check, because I made this a while ago, what his rockers are. His rockers are just Gabite. Yeah, it's just Gabite. Okay, yeah, I'm fine with leftovers on that set then. I'm not too scared about hazards here, because I don't think Gabite's that good. Obviously, if he does run Gabite, it's really annoying for Road specifically, because it means I can't really Volt Switch either. But kind of this is here to try and check the Dewblade to work with physical defense. I have 8 speed, because he's got a lot of stuff around that area that he might try and creep me with. So I just want to make sure I don't get crept. We've got Volt Switch for obviously momentum. Air Slash is a nice move to click for stuff like Gabite as well. It can do well against Lilligant. It Oko's Ninjask, I believe, as well. Although Volt Switch will probably do that too. Will-O-Wisp, as I said, with the Gourgeist, just burning stuff is really good against this team, because most switch-ins he'll have won't appreciate getting burned either, and then Pain Split is there to get health back off the Dewblade. If we're doing, like, say I come in on Dewblade the first time, he sets up a Swords Dance, I take 60% Will-O-Wisp it, I then live the next hit, I Pain Split back off it and get a load of health back. That's kind of what I'm thinking on that one. That's kind of an idea. I did have Defog originally, but I instead put Rapid Spin on this Sound Slash as a potential Hail Mary move. I don't think Rocks get set here because I don't think he brings Gabite. I don't think he is good. He doesn't have any other rockers, so that's a thing. This Sand Slash is kind of a bit of a heat set, I guess. You got the Choice Scarf and the Slush Rush, so essentially what this is here to do is this, under all circumstances, will be faster than Arctozolt. The 176 speed with Jolly guarantees that, so I'm Scarfed, so I'm faster than it's Scarfed, I'm Slush Rush, so I'm like doubly faster than it was Slush Rush, if it's Slush Rush as well. Iron Head is not, I don't actually kill it though, even Earthquake's only doing 80%, Iron Head is neutral, so I will need a little bit of damage on it, which the one at the bottom there is kind of there to do, to just kind of try and get some kind of hit off on it. That's kind of the idea. And I basically only need Iron Head, Knockoff, and Earthquake here. Earthquake is stronger against the Arctozolt. Knockoff is just the general move to click. This is also switching into the Deluxe. I take like 10% from it. I take like, it's not 10%, it's like 15% from a Blizzard because it's COD resisted. I'm actually using the fact that Ice resists Ice, which is incredible. No one's ever used that before in their life. And then Iron Head's just a decent move against stuff like the Deluxe and just like the Ninjask and stuff. This can win at the end as well with Scarf. Like, it's got a good attack step and stuff. So I like how this works. And then the same Floatzel has come back again. I do have to run max speed here to speed tie something. I forget what it was. What's 115 base speed on the... Oh, Cinccino. I speed tie Cinccino, and I can Focus Blast it and kill it. Surf does a lot. Like, there are just no Surf switch-ins on this team. The only caveat to that is Surf also doesn't Oko much of the team, so this is kind of a later... It's more like a mid to late game kind of option, so kind of once I get a Volt Switch off, I think there's stuff that takes like Volt Switch plus Surf and dies, for example, so I can kind of do that, but it's not killing Arctozolt, it's not killing Dewblade, it doesn't kill Persimmon, I think it kills Ninjask, and that's literally it, and I can Ice Beam and kill Gabite. But that's literally it. So I do need damage off, otherwise this is more of a mid to late game option, but it massively breaks with Surf. Massively breaks with Surf. The Surf resist is Lilligant, which almost dies to Ice Beam, I think, so that's really strong. Aquajet's just nice for priority against maybe a Scarf Arctozolt or a Ninjask or a Cinccino if I don't want to risk the speed tie and I just need a little bit of damage, maybe with Aquajet plus Bullet Punch from a Champ Kills, for example. Don't need to risk that, I can just go for Aquajet and do that. And then finishing off here, we've got this Wish Cache here with the Archie Berry to take Freeze Dry, but this is the attempt to try and check Arctozolt defensively. Earthquake almost kills. Zen Headbutt does a lot to Persimmon. Rock Slide does a lot to Ninjask, which I may potentially just be checking, and then Toxic is just a fourth move there. Although, does this thing learn Aquajet? It does not. Does it get any kind of priority? Because I was just thinking about that before. Any kind of priority would actually work better here. It does not get any kind of priority. That's unfortunate. That would have worked slightly better off to maybe try and do a tiny bit of damage to Arctozolt, but that's fine. Hopefully he doesn't click he doesn't click Freeze Dry immediately, because that would be very unfortunate. Yeah, that would just be very unfortunate. So hopefully that doesn't happen, and I can kind of do well against that. This is designed basically to die to Arctozolt to get like 40% off on it. That's kind of how this is going to go, and then Sandslash will kill it with Ironhead from that range. Hopefully, like, this is here to get it into Ironhead range from Sandslash. Pretty much, it's here to die basically in this one. But Arctozolt's just a massive problem, so that's always a thing. Really strong. So that's the team. I'll see you guys in the battle. Okay, immediate thoughts. That Houndoom is a problem. I really did not anticipate it. He hasn't brought Chinchino or Barbarical, which is really nice. It takes a lot of the pressure off Gorgeist here. Takes a lot of the pressure off Gorgeist in this one. It's basically purely checking Persimmon, and then it can also deal with Thingamabob Lilligant nicely. Here, Rotom also deals pretty nicely with Lilligant. Houndoom is going to be an issue, for sure, though. Definitely. Let me just check before we begin Sandslash damage against the Houndoom with Earthquake. It is a kill for most sets, unless it's got a lot of bulk, so that's really nice. I don't want to lose any kind of momentum against this team. I don't want to be swapping into Arctozolt turn 1. So I was kind of thinking that a Sandslash lead was going to be really solid here. So I think I'm going to stick with that. He could lead Persimmon, in which case I swap into Gorgeist. Because I don't want a situation where he U-turns with Persimmon turn 1 and then gets Arctozolt in anyway. But I think against likely leads, Sandslash is a very solid lead. Did it really do it again? Yeah, it did. For God's sake, why has it done that 3 matches in a row? Like, the one copyrighted song... I do get copyrighted anyway, to be fair. I do think Sandslash lead is my best lead here. Hold on, let me write the team down. It's even and Lux. We get Doublade. I'm pretty sure it's the Sonic music that gets me copyrighted, to be fair. Lilligant, Houndoom, and Persimmon, but it's not like I'm making money on this anyway, so it doesn't matter. Or I could lead Machamp and just click Protect, turn 1. Actually, I like that. I like that more. It does lead it leads Houndoom, so that's actually good. That isn't a situation I wanted Sandslash in case this is scarfed. But Machamp should live any hit. Fire Blast is going to do like that. That's on a Mega Set. If it's like Specs or something, which I don't think he would be. I feel like it's sub Nasty Plot. Yeah, under no circumstances, unless it's modest Specs, and even then it's a roll, is this going to kill me. And Close Combat, even if I'm not burned, hold on, if I'm not burned, Close Combat is still killing. So Close Combat turn 1 is a really solid play here for me. He'll Overheat, it's not going to kill, and we'll get rid of Houndoom turn 1, which is really nice. Oh, it's a Jetpack, okay. And it'll go Doublade. That's really not good, actually. Okay, so Houndoom is still alive. That's not a good first turn for me. Not at all. Doublade will come out. And I think I'm just going to knock it, to be honest. I think Knock is my best play here, because I think he'll anticipate a switch. So I will Knock. He goes back into Houndoom, actually. So that's really solid. Get Knock off there. I want to check that Overheat damage. Oh no, we know it's a Jetpack, so we know it's not. We know it's not locked. I think Floatsaw might actually be the play. Against this Houndoom. Although his attacks are going to do a lot, is the issue. You don't want to Timid against me. Yeah. I mean, I can work that out off the overheat into Machamp. That was not a good first turn for me. Machamp basically only exists to flick Bullet Punch now, because I don't live any hits. So that's not good. So it might actually... So for 66, I believe it actually is Timid. So that's cool. Yeah, it is Timid. They've been rolled on Timid. So Floatsaw will take anything well. And Surf is a good click. Flamethrower. Don't get the burn, that'll be annoying. Yeah. That's fine. And I get to click Surf here, and I pretty much pick up a kill. Unless he goes into Lilligant. But do I want to risk that? Lilligant. I feel like he could try and go neutral Doublade though. So I'm just going to Surf this time. He might also let Houndoom go down, because I feel like that was a calculated lead. I think he knew he wanted to do that from the start. And it worked out really well. He does go Doublade as a good neutral. So yeah. He'll go into Lilligant now, and this will take 40 as well. Yeah. So that's really solid damage there. Doublade is kind of close to dead. But you can take on I mean, I'll check Lilligant's move pool just in case it gets something wacky. This might be Manual Sun as well. This could definitely be Manual Sun. This could be Manual Sun, for sure. Yeah, it gets nothing. Okay, so... I think... Rotom is the play because it keeps my momentum up. And Doublade is very weak. Doublade is very weak. It will die to a Sand/Earthquake. See, I like Rotom here because I keep momentum up. You'll go for Giga Drain. Machamp is the sack, ironically. It's still good though. It's not bad. I should be slower than this. Yeah, it'll go Arctozolt. Oh, it's not Slush Rush. Okay, that's interesting. It's not Slush Rush. That's interesting. He's run Voltazor. So this is probably Scarfed, if I had to guess. Oops, did not turn my phone off. Oh, this is tough. This is some good prep. It's good prep, to be fair. I do live one of anything, and I can Whisper. And I'm a lot less scared. Yeah, I'll Wisp. He actually subs. That's really not good. This is very bad. This is very bad. Air Slash doesn't break. So he's what? Sub. I have to try and go Whiscash now. He'll Icicle Crash. That's fine. He'll take Life Orb. And I live a Freeze Dry from here. It is a roll though. Assuming he's naive. They'll just Icicle Crash again. Please don't flinch. Please don't flinch. Ah! That's literally game on a flinch. That's literally game on a flinch. That's literally game on a flinch. That's so annoying. That's literally game on a flinch. Because I have to now sack my champ to bullet punch the sub. Oh, that is awful. That was awful. I have to sack the champ to bullet punch the sub. That flinch was so huge. Jeez. It's not Scarf, hold on. It's slower than Floatzel, right? Floatzel. Yeah, it's slower than Floatzel. Because it's Life Orb and it's Volt Absorb. And we know it's not Scarf because it's switch moves. So I'll just go Floatzel when there's no switch into 2 Cephs. Because even Lilligant dies to 2. He won't let this go down though. That flinch was huge. That flinch has put me miles behind. Because it's essentially, I now have a dead Machamp, whereas I wouldn't have. Okay, so Lilligant goes down. Yeah, that flinch basically means Machamp is dead. If that flinch didn't happen, oh, this is Scarf. This is Scarf. This is Scarf. 100% Scarf. I actually think the play is... No, it's definitely not you. I just have to go this and hope he doesn't U-turn. U-turn with... Yeah, it's definitely Scarf. He knocks. So he's locked into knock. And I just kind of hard Leech Seed here. I think that's actually jolly as well to do that little. Yeah, it is jolly. No, no, maybe not. It could be adamant. Yeah, it could be either. It could be either. Could be either. Actually, it goes Arctozolt, so Willow would have been a great play there. The question is to ask, does Sandslash live this hit from Arctozolt? I have to double that. It's a roll. I'm not risking that. Let's just make it slower. Hold on. Getting rid of the Scarf would have been an easy way to do that. Yeah, I'm not. That is not a roll I like. Goldgeist is equally not Zac though. Or is it? It kind of is. I wish I had Protect. Protect would be awesome here. I assume Gorgeist isn't living. Oh, it is actually. Huh? Gorgeist is indeed living, and Seed Bomb kills, so we'll do that. Yeah. So we'll do that. That's worth it, to be honest. I live one other hit from the Pessimian. So there's a Sand Slash Earthquake 2-shot. Oh, it doesn't have near enough to Vanillux. I wish I wasn't Scarf right now. So Pessimian's come back out. I'm not sure why though. Oh, it was a misclick. It was a misclick. That was unfortunate for him, because yeah, nothing he goes for is going to kill her. That's unfortunate, but he did get the flinch earlier. I mean, two completely different things, but you know. Gorgeist needs to stay alive because I need something that's going to live one hit from Pessimian. Because Pessimian is fast. That's also Fan, though, is the thing. That is also Fan. Fan can also live. I don't want to risk the Floatzel play because I need Floatzel. I need Floatzel, and Dark Pulse will kill from here. Yeah, I need Floatzel and Dark Pulse kills. So do I sack Gorgeist? I could just sack Gorgeist. I could just sack Gorgeist because now Rotom can freely Volt Switch as well. And Rotom will take on Pessimian fairly well. He can Rock Slide for like 40%, but that's the most he can do. And I can Air Slash it for a lot. So yeah, I'll let Gorgeist go down because he did Dark Pulse. He's got Dark Pulse, he's got Flame, and he's got Overheat. But he has no item right now. I should have maybe tried to double there, I don't know. I should have probably tried to double realistically. He should let this go down here though, I imagine. I think he'll let this go down. This is going to come down to the wire. That flinch earlier was huge because Bullet Punch is so nice right now because it does a good chunk to Pessimian. Bullet Punch would have been huge right now because Bullet Punch is a 2-shot on Vanillux and it's 25% on Pessimian, which is kind of what I need. That's very unfortunate. Surf is not a kill on Pessimian as well. So that's the thing. He's on mobile, so I don't think he can calc, so he probably doesn't know Pessimian lives. But his best play in this scenario is actually to go Pessimian. Yeah, it is actually to go Pessimian and click U-turn. Yeah, he lets Houndoom go down, but he actually could have gone Pessimian there if he knew the counts. But it would go hard Pessimian here, yeah. So my only play is to go into Rotom here. And if he U-turns, that's unfortunate. No, but I get to go Sand Slash fairly freely on the Vanillux, so that's not the end of the world. I did take Brick Break off though, so if he Veils, that's very annoying. He'll just CC, so that's actually best case scenario for me. I actually can't click the Volt Switch though, because if he stays in, I lose a Mon. Although it does no, nowhere near. Okay. So I actually can't really Volt Switch because I need both of my other Mons alive, basically. And I just take unnecessary damage on Rotom. I get a free switch. I have a free switch to Vanilluxe every time, is the thing. So I don't mind just clicking Air Slash here. No, but he's gonna switch surely. Like, he will surely switch. There is no question of that it will switch against Dewblade. Iron Head does not do enough. Yeah, he's got to switch. Oh, he stayed in. Oh, Floatzel should kill with Aqua Jet though. No, that's a good play from him. But I'm pretty sure Floatzel Aqua Jet will kill. If he's -2. Okay, yeah, it doesn't. Right, so he CC'd twice. That was a good play. I should have just Air Slashed. It put me in such a better position, so much of a better position here. Actually, wait, low-key Sandslash wins once Passimian dies. So actually, I think I'm okay. Because Vanilluxe never beats Sandslash. And I can Earthquake and it's a free shot. Oh, it can Water Pulse though. It can do stuff that's a guaranteed free shot. And I can lock into... Okay, I'm fine going back into Rotom here though, because he's locked into CC. He's gonna... It just means I'm at an unfortunately low amount of health. So that was a good play from him, which has got him chip on Rotom. But Passimian will go down here, and I can now just go Floatzel. Actually, yeah, because Floatzel just gets a kill now. Pretty much. And if it's Scarf Vanilluxe and he's faster and he freeze dries me, I then just get to go. Yeah, he'll go Dewblade, so I don't think Dewblade Shadow Sneak kills. I'll be very surprised if it does. Yeah, there's no one there. Yeah, nowhere near. So, Dewblade will go down, and this should be fine, yeah, because if it's not Floatzel, it's Sandslash. I'm so sad I didn't get to use the Sandslash. The Sandslash set was really, really cool. I'm sad I didn't get to use it, but the Arctozolt set was really cool on his end. He had some really good prep here. The Eject Button Houndoom. The Eject Button Houndoom was really, really cool. The sub Arctozolt, which then got the flinch, was really, really cool. And I will actually get to get the last kill with Sandslash here. I'll click Ironhead. So that's game. Really good games to Kiwis. That was a really interesting one, actually. I've just noticed his avatar is a Ninja Turtle on Torterra. That was a really close one. That flinch definitely really helped him out, because Bullet Punch priority on the champ. Like in that situation with the Passimian being almost dead, Scarf, Bullet Punch would have been really nice there. But ended up not mattering in the end, and we'll take a close 2-0 win there. So That's a good one. And going into next week, where we play Tiger, who was another replacement coach who came in last week, and that team is tough for me, I believe, if I remember correctly. So that should be an interesting one. So thank you for watching, everybody. Goodbye.